Verch. Do you have trouble picking up fiddle tunes by ear instead of acquiring the sheet music for them? I'm going to offer you 5 ways to move beyond notation with some simple techniques and exercises that can help you to develop your ear. While learning a tune from notated music helps one to learn the melody, it's difficult to grasp the nuances, such as ornamentation and bowing, that help dictate the style and the feel of the tune. You could do this. Or you could add ornamentation. So learning by ear is not only a great way to learn new tunes, but it's also an effective way to improve your sense of style and groove. Here are 5 ways to develop your ear, learn new tunes, and enhance your personal style. Before you ever pick up your instrument, it's really helpful to listen to the tune over and over. If you're learning a tune from a recording, play it at home, in your car, at the gym. If you're learning a tune on the fly at a jam session, you don't have that luxury, but you're going to want to listen to it at least a few times through while considering the techniques that follow. So pay attention to the basic things. Is it a 2 or 3-part tune? Which part starts up high and which parts are in the lower register? What's the time signature? Does it have any extra beats or measures? So for example, the tune that I've chosen, the Blackthorn Stick, has 2 parts, and it's in 6/8 time, and both parts start up high on the E string. So I look for those kinds of things. You don't have to have a good voice to learn to sing or hum or diddle the melody of the tune. If you can learn the melody well enough to sing it, then you have a much, much better chance of your fingers finding the notes once you pick up your instrument. For example, dun da 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 dum. It might also be helpful to think of the tune as a series of phrases, or even paragraphs and sentences. For example, think of the A part and the B part as each being a paragraph that contains 4 sentences. Then try to think about which phrases resolve and which phrases lead on to the next. You can pinpoint the like passages that repeat in either part and the first or second endings. So start by singing the ones that jump out at you first, and then fill in the gaps as you repeat that exercise. So both of the parts in this tune have the same second ending. Now you're ready to apply what you've observed so far on your instrument. If you haven't yet determined what key the tune is in, do that next. Pick out enough notes to figure out what sharps or flats exist, and you can use the last note of each part of the tune as a hint for what key it might be in. Remember, some tunes have A and B parts that are in different keys. And then practice the relevant scale or scales on your instrument so that your fingers are easily finding the notes before you get back into the tune. This tune is in the key of A. Now go a step further and play a pattern that starts on the lowest note on your instrument and ascends to the highest note on your instrument that is applicable in that particular key. Play the scale or pattern in the same time signature that the tune is in. So the pattern in the key of A would be your background and your comfort level, you can also play arpeggios or other exercises in the same key. Now, it's time to apply some of the same techniques that you used in learning to sing the tune on your instrument. Any passages that repeat several times or are memorable to you for some reason are good ones to play first. Play along to the recording or jam session and just lay out until the phrase you're trying to learn comes along, then jump in. And repeat that process until you have the phrase correct. Sometimes there will be 1 or 2 notes in the phrase that aren't quite right, and that's when it's time to take a break from playing along and just repeat that phrase slowly by yourself, trying different surrounding notes in place of those that are incorrect till you find the missing link. Remember, you don't have to learn it all in any particular order, and certainly not all at once. Just be patient, keep repeating that phrase until you have it, and jump in and out as you repeat the tune. And don't get sidetracked trying to learn any of the fancy ornaments. Just concentrate on learning the basic melody of the tune. Once you've done that with your memorable phrases, you'll have a frame that you can go back and fill in. If you're finding it difficult, it's good to take a break once you have the frame. Let it sink in overnight, and then keep playing the recording and singing the tune in your head. When you pick up your instrument the next day, things that you couldn't figure out previously might suddenly appear. Remember, if you're new to learning tunes by ear, be patient with yourself and go slow. And don't give up. It might be frustrating at first, but like anything else, the more you do it, the easier it will become. Do just a little bit of this ear training each day along with the other practice and you'll see results. Once you're comfortable with the melody of the tune, you may wish to revisit the tune in finer detail. Listen, play along, and consider the little things like articulation and phrasing. If you bow a certain passage a different way, does it match the player you're learning from a little better? And are there trills, runs, rolls, slides, other ornaments that the player is using to make the tune sound more like one style or another? The goal is to develop your own style of playing. But copying bowing and ornamentation exactly as an exercise in this sense can help you to become more comfortable with the tools that you're going to use in other tunes, and that will help to inform your own personal sound. I'm April Verch for Strings Magazine. Thank you for watching All Things Strings.